Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RL. We're writing. I'm your host, RL, and this is the continuation of the stages of a book process. Stage 2, writing. Step 4, writing routine. There are many writers who have a writing routine, many of which work their writing routines based on one of three things. If they are a full time writer, or if they have a part time job, or if they have a full time job, that sets the major emphasis on their routine. For instance, for those who have a full-time job, such as myself, balancing their day and or night job with writing will be hard. Speaking from my own experience, trying to find the right time or the time at all between work, sleep, if any, and writing is often hard, and thus finding a day off is the most suitable. Sometimes I find myself only being able to find a day off to reserve for writing. That's just one day out of the week. If that is the best of what you can do, then that's fine. Sometimes it takes one day of the week to set aside just for typing. But if you have a family, this can still prove difficult. Maybe designating part of an off day to write, such as just setting a couple of hours to sit down and write. Alternatively, while spending time with your family, you can also utilize that time for also writing. Such as, for instance, Lee Strobel, author of The Case for Christ, who was an atheist turned Christian. He has a family. Yet he managed to write a few books for God based on his own experiences. If he can set aside time while being a family man, then so can you. Has enough reps. There's no excuses. And for those who have a part time job, this, in my opinion, may be the easiest to accommodate writing, balancing work life with writing life. You might be able to set aside a few days of the week, or maybe even a few hours of the day to do some writing. If your schedule is non permanent, then only you can write when you see best. If your schedule is permanent, you can then set a time during the days of the week when you can write, but also with some breaks in between. Also, many who don't have jobs, maybe due to temporary unemployment, or they get social security checks, or some other thing. This is the best time to create your own writing routine. What time you start to write, what time you take your breaks, or how many breaks you take, what time you take your breakfast or your lunch or dinner from writing, what time you'll call it a day, almost like a regular job, except this is something that you actually like to do. Hopefully you actually like to do it. On the other hand, if you don't receive any income but are taking some time off while being able to afford bills, this is the perfect time to get some writing done. And don't procrastinate. This will severely hinder the process of completing your book sooner rather than later, in which procrastination and laziness will greatly defeat and or delay how much writing you're afforded that could get done. Or not done at all. Don't get in the way of yourself. Your writing isn't gonna write itself. Thinking about writing is good. Set yourself in the mood to write, but constantly thinking about it and not doing it isn't going to be progressive either. Write. Talking to yourself about it and actually write. It doesn't do you any good to say you're going to write, especially if you never actually write. Words is only words until it's action. Create a discipline if this helps you to get some writing done. There's some software that you can set days, times, or the times of a day to write. Time your writing. Join writing competitions such as NaNoWriMo. Join social media groups and other writer live streams or writer videos. Or writer videos that challenge the days and times that you write, including writing sprints. Or get a part-time or full-time job, as this gives you a set amount of time or a window of opportunity in which you can write. And then you're too busy at other times, giving you the discipline of when to write. In this case, disciplining yourself can be helpful to overcome the procrastination and get you trained in for time for writing. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And as always, love and peace. Till next we meet.